Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Welcome. Today I am just unashamedly showing you more snowflakes because I can't get enough of them. They're just beautiful. And this is a really simple card that you could make a batch of to send to all your friends. It's light, it's bright, it's got sparkly bits on it, and you don't need a lot of supplies. So I thought I would show you how to make this one. I've got some others that I'll be showing you a little bit later too, because you know, snowflakes just do it for me. So this is the card that we're going to be showing today. So let's get started. First of all, you're going to need I've got all my lights on today to try and get this bright enough. So there we go. I'll try and avoid all shiny bits. Snow is Glistening is the photopolymer stamp set that we're using. It comes with 14 different stamps, each of them beautiful. I love the font that they've used for the sentiments, and I like the fact that you've just got a plain for you, which if you've been watching me, you'll know I use that for my thank you cards this month. And I love this falling bit. I thought I'd just show you this bit as an aside. I haven't actually created anything with this. I just wanted to stamp it up to show you. So you can see here that you've got this section here, which you can repeat very simply straight across the top. And then you've got these dots which just merge beautifully with it and just create this whole snowfall going down. I don't know if you can see that, hopefully you can. So that's that piece, and I actually think that this gap here in the middle, because it's two pieces, that piece and that piece, you can actually fit the words in the centre of that as well, because it's a bit sort of up and downy, it's not straight. So I love that. I love the Christmas tree. I just love the whole set. However, it is going out at the end of this month, so if you like it too, then you need to grab it before it's gone, because it's limited edition. Okay, so getting back to this card then, and I've got a little bit of a bump here, sorry, in my new black felt background. Do you like it? I like it. I think you can see better on it, so I'm going to keep that, I think. Okay, so I've cut myself a piece of thick Whisper White. This is half a sheet of A4, European size, half a sheet. It would be the same if you cut it in half from an American base. And then you just need a piece of Night of Navy that you're going to mat down there, and a piece of Whisper White, but we're not going to put them down yet because we need to do the stamping and we need to put this piece of ribbon in here. Sorry about that, it's my phone. Oh, I knew I should have switched it to silent. Let me stick it in a drawer. Hopefully you won't be able to hear it then. Okay, so yes, so we've got to stamp this. Now you obviously need a piece of foam. My mat is probably good enough, but for you, you would need to get one of the Stampin' Pierce mats. I cut down my grid paper so I can fit it on, and then I just pop my piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is 9.5 centimetres by 13.9 centimetres, and it mats perfectly onto your card here. This is 10 by 14.4, and then that fits perfectly on a piece of A4 folded in half. Okay, so we're going to just use the two colours Pool Party and Night of Navy. Night of Navy we're going to use for the sentiment, but first of all we're going to do Pool Party. So I always start with my largest snowflake, and then that way I can see where I've got spaces to fill. And I only did 2 of these to start off with, but you could do as many as you like, really. I just wanted more of the smaller ones to show, so I did that. And this is all the same generation ink, so it's all first generation ink. I didn't change it up and do second generation, which you can do obviously if you wanted to. And then I'm just going all the way down, and so you don't need to press very hard, you just need to make sure that you've got nice consistent even pressure. Go off the edges, create a little bit of feeling that the snow is falling and it's coming in from all sides, as it were. Put on there. Yeah, just kind of fill in the gaps really where you feel like there needs to be something else. Possibly there. possibly there we go. And really that is it. That is a simple, told you it was easy. So you could do lots of those over and over, repeat, just get another sheet in, do it again, and honestly, how long did that take? Seconds. So then you need a piece of this Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to tell you how you get a piece that's this size, because it's not an average size. If I turn over, you can see where I've been stamping before, but to get to my sentiments, it is 2 centimeters wide, and it is spookily 14 centimeters, just under 14 centimeters, kind of like 13.9 centimeters long, and that might give you a little bit of a clue. Basically, these are the offcuts. So when you cut 4 pieces this size, you will get a piece at the end of your A4 sheet of cardstock that's that size. Okay, I'm going to show you. Hold on. Here we go. So if we lay down 4 of these, and this is from my stash, you know I keep my stash, to get to an A4 piece of cardstock, it's going to be that you're going to need that at the edge. Okay, and you'll have some at the top as well, because obviously an A4 is bigger, isn't it, than that? Yeah. So if you put the A4 down, you'll see it's going to come across the edge. In fact, I think these might be from the top. No, I think these are from the side. So you're going to get 2 of those. Where's my actual card? Oh, here. Silly woman. Straight in front of me. Yeah, so can you see that? If I lay those 2 next to each other, like this, let's move them up a bit, lay them next to each other where you can actually see them, there we go. Then when I cut my 13.9 by 9.5 out of a single sheet of Whisper White, which is how I always do mine, you're going to get left with the bits at the edge. Yeah, it's not sitting very well. So you're going to get left with this piece at the edge here. And so I always keep these pieces because they are brilliant for sentiments, which is exactly what we need it for now. So let's get rid of those. So the next thing we're going to do is just use one piece of this that's been left over, and we're going to use the sentiment sending a blizzard of wishes for a wonderful season. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to see through the photopolymer, but you can get there if you just stamp it out. So, Night of Navy, gentle in your ink pad, don't go too heavy handed, and then I'm going to come straight down here, and I'm going to go towards this end. There we go, straight down like that. Perfect. And that's it. That's your stamping done. You're almost finished. We're in the home straight. Okay, so this, after I've just let that dry while I've been nattering to you, I'm going to then just lop off this edge. I'm kind of liking my lopping off of edges. I'm doing it quite a lot this year. I don't know why, it just came to me. So there's my edge for my sentiment. Don't need that anymore. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to start assembling. So I'm going to stick my Whisper White to my Night of Navy, because when you put ribbon on you need a fairly firm backing to get it to sit nicely, I find. Just, it stops it peeling off the, making the Whisper White peel off a little bit. If you know what I mean. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So what I'm saying is, because it's thicker than the Whisper White cardstock, it gives too much of a bump if I put it behind the Whisper White itself. So this is the Pool Party shimmer ribbon, and all I'm going to do is take my snail, and it's got a bit sticky. Dearie me, don't want that. And I'm just going to put a bit of snail down there, and I'm going to attach the ribbon roughly there. And at the moment I'm just going to let that hang down. I'm not going to attach it at all. Okay, I'm just going to let it hang. And then I'm going to attach this to the Whisper White. and I'm going to go all the way over there, like that, and a squiggle in the middle. That makes sure that the ribbon stays firmly attached as well as the cardstock. Make sure I know which way up my card opens. Actually, it's pretty much of a muchness this time, which is quite unusual. Normally there's a definite leading edge. Now this is the tricky bit, because you're now trying to attach this that's got a ribbon attached to it, which is a bit loose and limpy. So bear with while that goes on. There we are. Works out nice. Perfect. Alright, so now I left that limp because what I want to do, see here I've left it so there's a little bit of a bump. So I want to work out where my sentiment's going to go. And then I'm just going to put a glue dot behind that. So I think that's going to look right just about there. So I'm only going to attach the ribbon here, and I'm going to attach it with a glue dot behind. So we're going to do this. So I'm going to attach it about there. So I'm just going to, normally I would put the glue dot to the ribbon, but this time I'm putting the glue dot close enough. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to go behind the sentiment. And then I'm just going to leave it a little bouncy at the top there, so it's not completely flat up here. And then we're just going to chop this off. You can leave it as long or as short as you want, but I think I'm going to chop it that way. Then the next thing we're going to do is pop on our sentiment. Look how quickly this is coming together. Now you know me, I don't normally like soggy bottoms, and I normally would suggest that you put this all the way along, but I'm actually going to say leave a gap because you don't want it hitting the ribbon. Okay, so leave a gap, and yeah, small gap obviously. You don't want to leave too much behind. And then just make sure you cover over where the glue dot is, which is where I wanted my sentiment to be anyway. And then there we go, perfect. The only problem with having my black background is I can't see where I'm lining up my sentiments, but that seems to have gone okay. Alright, so then I decided that this time, this has got the beautiful frosted epoxy shapes on, aren't they gorgeous? But I know that a lot of people are a bit scared of using sequins. And I actually love sequins. So I thought, you know what, let's open live, well not live because it's recorded, but you know what I mean. Let's open a pot of sequins, because now I have my new Take Your Pick tool. They're so easy. That bit's a bit tricky. You've got to get past the vacuum, but they're so easy to use. So I'm going to do pretty much what I did before. I'm going to go in the centre of my snowflakes. Put one there, and remember 3 or 5. That's the number you're aiming for, because you want it to be odd. And I'm just tiny dots of multi-purpose glue. And then while that kind of dries just a smidge, that's when I'm going to search out for which sequins I want. So I want a large silver. See how easy that was? And then I want a medium silver. Come on, I know you're in there. Oh, is that a large or a medium? Is that the same size? That's the same size. Do want that. I know there are different sizes in here. There are definitely different sizes of all. Oh, there we go. All the other ones. I think that's another. Is that the second size down? No, that looks the same as well. Oh, it's an optical illusion. Oh no, there we go. There we go. There's a diddy one. And then there's a really tiny diddy one here. But I'm not sure if I want to go that small. I might do too big and then a medium. There we go. But I just wanted to show you there are different sizes. So how easy was it to pick those out with my little Take Your Pick tool? Then, now that this is dried slightly, means it's not going to ooze everywhere when I pop these on. So I'm going to go large. I'll go large down here actually, and then medium over here. There we go. Got that in nicely. So there you go, really simple, very quick Christmas card, both with the frosted epoxies or with sequins. Just leave them to dry and they'll be fine. And how quick and easy was that? So I'm just going to clear this up a little bit because it's looking messy. So there you go. Snow is glistening. Very simple, quick and simple card. I did promise that I'd show you a couple of others, so bear with me. Here we go. I did a set of notelets, and this is using Pool Party and Petal Pink this time. So I did 2 this way and 2 this way. I mean, these are very simple Christmas cards. They don't even have any embellishments on them. Well, you could add some embellishments if you wanted to, but you can also just send them very quickly through the post, or give them to you know, people in your office that you like, but you're not necessarily going to be spending huge amounts of time on. Then I did one which added some, oops, upside down, some grey granite in. Not so sure about that one. I think I went a little bit overboard. I think there really was a blizzard of snowflakes going on in that one. Then I decided to change up the colours and do this one. I really like this one. So this is using the organdy ribbon from this Christmas catalogue, and then rhinestones, and then here again, this is powder pink this time, Pool Party and Highland Heather. What a fabulous combination that is. So that's a good one. And then I decided to get a bit randomy with the silver foil card bases. So I put this on my Stamparatus because it's easier to do like that. And then I daubed using daubers, sponge daubers, the different colour ink, same colours again, Pool Party, Highland Heather and powder pink. And I just did different tops with the different stamps, the big stamps. And then I just did Joy. And then this is from the Darling punch box, Darling label punch box. I love that Darling label punch, it's so easy. So that's another set there. So you see, you can just create some beautiful cards with this set without even, you know, going to the die set. If you don't have dies, a die cutting machine, it doesn't mean to say that you're left out, because this stamp set is just beautiful. So yeah, so there you go. I promised you a flurry and unashamed snowflake overload today. And that's what you got. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks ever so much for watching. All the details are below in the description of how to get these products from me, but also see the dimensions and the photos and everything up on my blog post. So have a lovely day, and thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye bye.